A special meeting of the Douglas County School Board today ended without much progress being made. The meeting was called to talk about a resolution to put Board President Mike Peterson in charge of decisions related to a lawsuit against him and 3 other conservative board members. The lawsuit accuses those 4 members of violating state open meeting laws when making the decision to fire Superintendent Corey Wise. A judge issued a preliminary injunction in that case, basically saying they had to stop doing board business in private. In the meeting that lasted more than an hour today, members argued over what the ruling meant for board operations. When it became clear that the board needs more time to figure this out, members voted to table the conversation, and they'll meet again March 22nd after spring break to talk about the option of potentially appealing the judge's ruling. A meme targeting 4 members of Denver City Council has prompted them to call out one of their own who posted the image. It stems from a dispute as the city works on redrawing district maps. Councilwoman Candy Cidabaca refers to 4 other Latina councilwomen as Malinche Strong. La Malinche is a historical figure in Mexico, seen as a traitor. In an op-ed, the 4 city council members called it offensive. Cidabaca says she will work for the people, even if that means some people's feelings get hurt. You can read more about this on 9news.com.
The city of Denver says its shelters had more than enough room last night, despite advocates for people experiencing homelessness saying otherwise. A group of advocates staged a sit-in at the Carla Madison Rec Center last night. They wanted the rec center to stay open overnight so people with no place to go could keep warm. They stayed until police showed up and people were then offered motel rooms. The city's chief housing officer says there were more than 60 beds available in shelters last night. The city also has overflow space and a contract to open rec centers as shelters. Neither of those were needed last night, according to the city, but advocates argue against closing rec centers on cold nights.
That's the worst time. They need to be inside during the night. And it's not that hard to, staff and let, 10, 20 unhoused folks just sit in the warmth.
We have capacity for people experiencing homelessness in our shelters. We had capacity last night, and we encourage people to come inside.
The city says the Denver Rescue Mission was prepared to take in up to 40 people from the rec center. In the end, 6 people opted for the free motel rooms.
Some warmer temperatures in the forecast starting this weekend. Kathy will get into the specifics in about 8 minutes. And a turnaround in policy for an airline with a major Colorado presence, one based on the continued drop in COVID cases across the country. Developing this hour, a murder investigation in Aurora. One person was shot in the area of East Pacific Circle and East Pacific Drive. That's northeast of where Peoria and Iliff meet. That person died at the hospital. As of now, police don't have any information to share about a suspect, but ask anyone who knows anything to call Aurora Police.
This man, from what we can see, was just coming home from work. But I'm confident with the public's help that we'll be able to identify and arrest these people that were involved.
A request for help to solve a murder in Commerce City. Police say they'd like to talk with people in two vehicles seen in the area of 74th and Oneida at the time that Jose Duran Maldonado was shot and killed. The 26-year-old was shot and killed just feet from his home almost 3 weeks ago. Video released earlier this week show the moment three people exit a car before the shooting. Police believe the suspects are all in their late teens and they're all considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers.
Today marks 2 years since the World Health Organization officially declared COVID-19 a global pandemic. Since then, the United States has recorded nearly 80 million cases, and 960,000 people have died after contracting the virus. Today, the CDC says only 7 million Americans, only about 2% of the population, live in counties with high COVID transmission. United Airlines moving forward as far as the pandemic, allowing its unvaccinated employees to return to work starting March 28th. Now, the airline did start to require vaccinations last August, so employees who received exemptions and were moved to non-customer facing roles will get to be moved back to their old jobs. Those that were fired, though, for not complying with the mandate will not be getting their old jobs back. Well, you can follow the yellow brick road to an iconic piece of movie memorabilia.
The Tin Man's oil can from the 1939 classic The Wizard of Oz will go up for auction this month. It's one of several used in the production, but it's thought to be the last original item from the iconic costume. The starting bid is $50,000. It's expected to sell for around $200,000 in total. For that, the oil can is going to be on display at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures in Los Angeles. It's on loan through November. The auction opens in 2 weeks and includes a lot of other cool stuff, including Elvis and Disney movie memorabilia.
Finally, we got above freezing today with glorious sunshine on a Friday. You're going to love the weekend forecast. And don't forget, we spring ahead this weekend. Daylight saving time begins. Full details coming up after the break. It's Friday, and what a beautiful day. You made it through the week, and what a week it has been. Sunshine today, and we finally got above freezing. Temperatures will jump another 20 degrees tomorrow. Outside we go. A lot of people trying to get somewhere tonight, and Mother Nature cooperating. Dry pavement, clear skies, and a nice weekend warming trend to look forward to ahead of the next storm, the middle of next week. DIA at 33 degrees, mid-30s downtown, and while these numbers are milder than we've seen all week, we actually should be 20 degrees warmer in the mid-50s this time of year. East winds out at DIA and a temperature of 31. Here in the backyard, clear, 30, and a beautiful night coming up, not nearly as cold as the last couple of nights. We do see some residual snow showers over some of the higher peaks, but travel on I-70 for those getting a jump on the weekend, pretty good tonight. A refresher, March is our snowiest month on average with 11.5 inches of snow, followed by April. And so how are we doing in our snowiest month? Well, many of us have seen numbers higher than the DIA numbers, but so far for the season, 39.8 inches of snow. By the end of March, we like to be at 46.4. For the month of March so far, 5.8, not bad. You'll recall that dry fall. We didn't see snow really start to go until early December. 5 inches in December, over a foot in January, over a foot in February, and we're doing very well, off to a good start in our snowiest month. Hello, Boulder. Beautiful evening there. Light winds aloft out of the northwest, at the surface, kind of the north and northeast flow, but we are going to see high pressure as our dominant feature. A storm approaching from the north that will stay north, and our storm creating an icy mess from Jackson up through Washington, D.C., back into Minneapolis, where wind chill advisories remain in effect. High pressure will bring a warm, dry day with temperatures in the mid-50s. The cold air shifting east away from the region, and other than isolated snow showers in our northern mountains, travel on I-70 should be just fine tonight and tomorrow, and I-25. Lows tonight, mid-teens for Denver and Fort Collins, cold for Lyman, 3 for Leadville, and 0 in Steamboat. Highs tomorrow, 55 to 60 degrees. The average is about 52, so we are finally trending in the right direction. In the city for tonight, calm and cold, our low at 17. Quick warm up tomorrow with southwest winds. We'll move into the mid-50s by lunchtime. Fair skies and 20s tomorrow night, low 60s for Sunday, close to 70 Tuesday. Rain showers in the forecast late Wednesday, possibly mixing with snow for St. Patrick's Day. If you like that sort of thing, the luck of the Irish will be with you on Thursday. And don't forget to spring forward this weekend. Daylight saving time begins Sunday morning.
Coming up in sports, baseball is back. So when will we see spring training games? Plus, champions crowned on the slopes and the track. That's next.
Good evening, everyone. Baseball is coming much quicker than we even expected, as we're now less than a week away from the start of spring training games in Arizona. So pack your bags and book your flights if you want to catch a game, because first pitch is Thursday, March 17th. The Rocks play 19 total games nearly every day except one until April 5th. Opening day at Coors Field is once again April 8th against the Dodgers. News around the NFL: a grand jury declined to indict Deshaun Watson on 9 criminal complaints following a police investigation into 22 civil lawsuits alleging sexual harassment and sexual assault. Mike Florio reports he still may face suspension or punishment from the NFL. If he ends up back in the league next season, Monday Night Football will be a marquee place to play. Former Fox Sports broadcaster Joe Buck is reportedly signing a 5-year, $60 to $70 million contract with ESPN. Buck is joining his old broadcast buddy and Hall of Famer Troy Aikman on the team. Now, we have a way of celebrating our own Hall of Famers on 9 News Preps, and it's by giving away swag chains. After the week he's been having, our own Scotty Gaines deserves one of his own. So, Scotty, right back at you here. Now, we saw the girls' Final Four last night. How is it going on the boys' side there so far?
Well, Ariel, it's similar to the feeling you get when holding a swag chain, or maybe when you're up next to be in line for a ride for Disneyland, right? You just don't really know what to do with yourself. That's how it kind of was for the first game of the day. Check this out in the Frederick and Pueblo South ball game. It's Alex Stern beating the first quarter buzzer with a basket, and this guy Luke Justice just gives him the whiplash shove. Just shoves him right there. We love stuff like that. Just fired up. Pueblo South, they'd win this one. Here's Terrence Austin, the steal and score. The Colts are 27-0, going to the 4A title game. Hey, this whole day is going to be an absolute blast tonight. We've got the defending champs and the #1 seed Thunder Ridge Grizzlies behind Wake Forest commit Zach Keller and Denver East. They're the challengers going up against them in a couple hours. They've got a guy named Aguirre Dowem who is so much fun to watch. It's East and Thunder Ridge later tonight. We got 4A ball going right now. It's just the energy in here. We're in between games, but it's stuff like this. I mean, how about a great Friday, Ariel? Come on.
I mean, that sounds like the best Friday night to me. I would be paying big bucks to see that.
Thank you.
And I know tonight you guys have a lot of good action coming up in that 5A game. Yeah. Just tell me real quick, just what are you most excited about in those games coming up tonight?
I think what I'm excited about is to see, the Thunder Ridge team who was a state champion last year, right? I mean, they've got Zach Keller, whole bunch of studs, but then you see a Denver East team that comes in. I mean, they just came off the block. Nobody knew about them until this year, and they're back to the Denver East power that they were years and years ago. So it's kind of the new team and the old stars going up against each other, and really just to have the energy in the arena like it is right now.
Denver East could have 2 state championships back-to-back in this winter season. Thank you so much, Scotty. Now check this out. Aurora's 19-year-old phenom Malik Jones once again notched a goal for USA sled hockey. The team won 11-0 against host nation China. They advanced to the gold medal game against Canada tomorrow night. How about some skiing under the lights? Michaela Schiffer took 3rd place against the penultimate giant slalom of the World Cup season behind a first-place finish from Petra Vlhova, still 77 points ahead in the overall standings. And right off her return from the Olympics, DU senior Katie Hensian took 1st place in the NCAA slalom championship today. She finished 2nd in yesterday's giant slalom. And how about CSU senior Lexi Keller finishing 3rd in the NCAA championships today for pentathlon?
I got to win some stuff, so you'll talk about me.
Every once in a while, I'll talk about some winners, but not, it's just, you got to get something. Maybe we'll get a swag chain. This is what you get for today. There you go. There you go.
Some very impressive ladies in sports today.
Yeah.
That'll do it for us. NBC Nightly News is next, followed by Next with Kyle Clark coming up at 6.
Sunshine and 50s for Saturday. Don't forget to spring forward on Sunday. Not as cold tonight, and a wonderful weekend warming trend forecast at 10.
Restaurant Week is back and the St. Patrick's Day Parade returns. Colorado's governor and public health leaders say fully vaccinated people can live life normally. This weekend could be the first big test of that.
Okay, I think I'm ready. All right. 3, 2, 1. An easier evening drive with clear skies, light winds, and it wasn't nearly as cold. We got above freezing today. We're headed into the 50s and 60s for the weekend. Next chance for rain and snow not till the middle of next week. Our high at 33 is 20 degrees colder than average, but we're headed into the 50s tomorrow thanks to building high pressure. Our storm is long gone, and we have just a few high clouds coming in and maybe a brief snow shower in the northern mountains, but lower elevations will stay dry with the warming trend continuing through at least Tuesday. So tomorrow, temperatures in the mid-50s, seasonal high temperatures. We do get you into Sunday with a high of 61, mid-50s Monday, close to 70 Tuesday with rain coming in Wednesday. Luck of the Irish on St. Patrick's Day. If you love snow, little snow in the forecast with Thursday's high at 46 degrees. Hello and welcome to the weekend. And how about some warmer temperatures for the weekend? Don't forget daylight saving time. We spring forward tonight into early Sunday morning. Speaking of springing forward, the high pressure ridge is springing into action over Colorado, pushing the storm track away from us. Our storm bringing a wintry mix and just a nasty day of travel from Dallas through Cincinnati up into the northeast. We have advisories for wind chill in the Midwest and a few rain showers as the system moves on shore in Portland and Seattle. But for Colorado, we will have a mostly mostly sunny day with southwest winds bringing temperatures back into average territory, mid-50s. A stray snow shower around Steamboat or Aspen, but no advisories for snow or travel on the main arteries. Quick warm up today. We'll start off in the mid-teens, jump into the mid-30s by mid-morning, mid-50s by this afternoon. Close to 60 in areas like Springfield, Trinidad, Lamar. Beautiful afternoon and a great day on the hill. Aspen Vale, Steamboat, comfortable temperatures in the 40s today. Tonight, temperatures will be a little bit on the chilly side, but nothing like what we saw the past few days. So we'll top out at 56. The low tonight goes down to 28, and then we jump into the 60s on Sunday, mid-50s Monday, close to 70 Tuesday. A few rain showers coming in Wednesday. St. Patrick's Day, the luck of the Irish with you if you're ready for a little more snow, and temperatures will be in the mid-40s and then sunshine and 50s for next Friday. We spring ahead. Daylight saving time begins tonight. Set those clocks ahead 1 hour before you go to bed. Enjoy your day and your weekend. Thanks for watching.